talking a little bit about Yuan. He is at the helm of an enterprise which has presence in about 9 countries in Latin America. So UAV LATAM is one of the leading drone solution providers in Latin America. He has an experience of about 30 years in the IT industry and about 15 years in the drone industry. Rafael, with a background of industrial engineering, is the founder of ARTC Colombia UAV Association and also leads the Colombian chapter of World UAV Federation. He has also founded IRBIS SAS, which is a drone based consultancy and provides solution design for drone applications. Should I start the video now?
Yes, yes. Let me do a couple of words. Go ahead. Yes, actually, go ahead. Yeah, I would like to, first of all, I would like to thank you for having the opportunity to do this presentation, where the level is very high, being Rafael here with me. So he put that bar very high here. So I have to, I have to dig into the technology, and I have to, do a very good presentation, it's like having him on the right. But anyway, so I would like to share with you this small presentation. Of course, my people in marketing pushing me very hard. I said, hey, do not make this one really hard selling, but it's hard to deal with the marketing people. But anyway, this is a short video, about who we are and the kind of operation that we do. In a humble way, we start in Peru about 10 years ago, and about 3 years ago, we decided to start operations in several countries in the region. This is the presentation about UAV LATAM that we are doing about 9 countries on the last 3 years. I think we can, you will see we have also rotor, the copters, and also we have fixed wing planes that were able to get up to 40, 50 kilometers on one ride. So these are the countries that we operate at this time. And so that's, we would like to give you a presentation so my marketing people will be happy. So we can go to the next slide, please. Basically, in our experience, we decide to focus on 3 main business units or line of business that they call. First, the data analytics, which is basically, the common use about drones, the volumetric analysis, the level, so all the basic things that we do. And we offer that complement the data analytics with using a very powerful cloud system like ESRI. ESRI is a very good system. So the customer doesn't need to buy high computers to play with that information. The other one is defense and security, and mainly using the drones for surveillance. But recently, and we were having very good success on the anti-drone systems, as you may see here on some of the presentation. Actually, especially, for instance, I can give you one clear example about the anti-drone, which is also very applicable for drone in a box. Is, the jails have been built about 10, 15 years ago with the high walls, but they didn't anticipate that it's going to be the drones. So we got in a couple of countries that it's not only 1 or 2 flights per day. Some jails, there are 20 to 30 flights per day. You do times 30, you're talking about 1,000, close to 1,000 flights per day from usually the town, which is 2 or 3 kilometers next to the jail, that most of the cases not a nice neighborhood. And then you go there back and forth. So that's something that is getting there. And then, of course, the other one, which also plays a significant role, the drone in a box, is the drone cargo. We're going to see what are the challenges, but that's That's the three line of business that we are dealing with. The next one, please. And you will see here, and of course, before you play this one, and I can tell you, we have to kiss several frogs until we find a princess. So I mean, we already tried two or three, and we invest money on these drone in a boxes, but definitely at least the one that we try, it keeps a frog. There is no princess, and about a week ago, we are testing the one from DJI. I'm doing this advertising to DJI, which is our sponsor, and which it seems to be very, very solid and very good. So I think we have a high expectations with that drone in a box. With that one, please go ahead. This is not the DJI, but it's one of the early things that we have prepared. This is a neighborhood in Mexico that we tested. And again, it was a big challenge to do this one. I don't necessarily need to mention the manufacturer, but it was quite a challenge. Go to the next one, please. Okay, we're going to talk about the data analytics. Basically, the autonomous sober flights, why it's important, and also be careful, because I know I talk with my regulator friends, and please do not use the word automatic, because that's a bad word. That's something that some of us maybe we take lightly, autonomous and automatic, but don't use the word automatic, because you're going to get the regulators very mad. Maybe they will throw a stone to you. So be careful on that one. So basically, is the data analytics is we're going to have the data collection, and we are going to monitoring the assets that we would like to do that one. And for this one, to do that's very interesting, the use of drone in a box, because you're going to have a very automated survey. You can have the box, which is going to be a challenging related with the previous speaker, because how much you are going to call a drone in a box is going to be BVLOS or not, because you may have a pilot, an operator next to the drone in a box, but it can be operator from the command center, which is 20 kilometers away. But you are going to be by line of sight with the people that is next to the drone in a box. So that's going to be a challenge in there, defining if it's BVLOS or not. And also the good thing is it's going to be you can play there at night. So I mean, yeah, you don't necessarily need to be alert. The 24/7 you can use as much as you need. And then of course I can share you one clear example that I hope we're going to get. It's going to be the largest mining in all Latin America. They have one main, they call it in Colombia, main pain, to mayor dolor, they call it in Colombia, mayor dolor, the big pain, is when most of the mines are open pit mines, so they have to do explosions, to continue taking these the material that they need to process. The problem when they this one is there are people around. In the mining you may have 20,000 people working around. So what we're going to do is with the drone in a box next to not so close, but next to this one, we're going to start from the command center a flight 5 minutes before the explosion, and then we're going to review. And also the interesting thing, because that's where really the machine learning and artificial intelligence plays a role, because it needs to be in real time. We need to monitor that nobody's around, because there doesn't make any sense to do the artificial intelligence over an old scene. You got to be real time. So that's one of the significant use of the drone in a box. We can continue with the next one. We may go to the next slide. Yeah. Oh, sorry, to the previous one. The previous one. Yeah. Okay, next one. Yeah, again, I mentioned a little bit about the defense and security. Of course, it is very easy to understand that you're going to service, but here's what I'm saying, and you can please play the video, the next video. You will see that's what I was saying about how do they use the drone in a box in a mining. I think there is sound on the video, but I don't know if you can play with the sound.
Usamos zonas de exclusión aérea y geocercas para evitar ingreso a áreas restringidas. Establecemos límites y corredores de vuelo para una navegación segura en nuestras operaciones. Antes de cada vuelo, realizamos una revisión exhaustiva y validamos parámetros con una lista personalizada. Implementamos protocolos a prueba de fallas para situaciones inesperadas, asegurando una recuperación o un aterrizaje de emergencia de los drones. Usamos prevención de colisiones con datos de sensores en tiempo real para evitar obstáculos durante los vuelos. Nuestro software facilita el monitoreo constante con drones que capturan datos y responden a infracciones sin depender de pilotos disponibles. Operamos 24/7, ahorrando recursos y tiempo de capacitación, proporcionando alertas inmediatas sobre vulnerabilidades del perímetro. La gestión remota de la flota elimina la necesidad de operadores en sitios riesgosos. Los sensores termográficos en drones detectan con precisión personas, vehículos y equipos en condiciones de visibilidad reducida. Capturan firmas térmicas, posibilitando alertas inmediatas para mejorar la seguridad y facilitar evacuaciones. Integramos sistemas de alarma, sensores, CCTV y BMS para abordar rápidamente problemas de seguridad en tiempo real. Utilizamos sistemas CAD y herramientas de respuesta a emergencias para desplegar drones de manera autónoma en cualquier incidente, asegurando una acción rápida.
Yeah, many people don't like many people to work around the mining. So yeah, security is very top. So
Mediante la visión computarizada de nuestra plataforma y el aterrizaje automático de alta precisión, garantizamos que nuestros drones regresen de manera segura a su punto de origen. Bienvenido a UAV LATAM, el proveedor líder en soluciones, Drone as a Service potenciadas con IA, para el sector de minería, con operaciones en 9 países de la región.
she was trying to be objective. My people from marketing, they could put the name, so sorry for that one. Okay, go to the next one, please.
UAV LATAM los invita.
Okay, and now the main thing, but is, I have to be realistic. This is something for the future. So if someone plans to make money on the 2024 or 2025 with drone cargo, I think it's going to be a big shot. Because the companies are looking this one to be the first kid on the block, because you are not going to make money delivering pizzas and the Burger Kings. I mean, you are going to make money. Of course, there's a niche. For instance, when you deliver medical materials, that will be some opportunity. But definitely delivering, this pizza, these kind of things. And also, as you can see here, we are talking about the middle mile. So we are not going to go through the last mile, neither to the first mile. Usually we go the middle mile. Go from mile 2 to the mile 9 in a 10-mile trajectory. So I think again this is drone in a box, which is, as you can see, we're talking about drone in a box release 1, but definitely it's going to be released actually yesterday. This is for the people of the DGI. Hopefully they will listen to this one. I asked the question to my people. Can a drone in a box go from box A, to the same drone, to box A, box B, and box C? They were not able to answer that thing. But anyway, so I think this drone in a box present a significant opportunity to all the ones that we play here. So, and again, as I mentioned, we already kissed several frogs, no luck, except and we have a big expectations on the DJI drone in a box, and also, of course, the DJI cargo drone. That's something that everybody's talking now, the drone cargo. They're supposed to release maybe in 45, 60 days. And we already placed an order, or trying to place an order, but I think that's a big opportunity too. Go to our next one, please. And we are working with the Brazilian for all our cargo things at this time. This is a very significant company in Brazil who are doing deliveries, about 100, between 50 and 100 flights a day in Brazil at this time. And we represent them outside Brazil. They work in Brazil, but we represent them outside Brazil. And for instance, one of the main challenges is you don't want to place pilots to do the drone cargo operations because pilots are so expensive. You need to have operators, maybe a nurse, maybe a paramedic, something that can check there. You may not have a big experience on drones, but they can check because nobody around. Maybe they can change the batteries, and that's what you need. You don't need this with a pilot for 4-year degree, to operate on the remote, on the jungle, to do this operation. You can see here, this is a pilot that we did that in Sao Paulo for 6 kilometers. I think that's pretty much what I have to present today. Again, another advertising for the company, but definitely we are testing several scenarios on all these 9 countries. Some, for instance, the challenge is there is no unique rule. For instance, as you may know, neither in Costa Rica, neither in Panama, mining is permitted. But in Chile, Peru, and I think Colombia too, mining is a significant part of the economy. So it depends on where you are to know where you are going to apply the technology of this drone in a box. And again, thank you very much for allowing me to present this one. I'll be very interested to hear what Rafael had to say too. Thank you very much, Raul.